Happy Halloween, gamers! And in today's Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 video, we have every nation in the world currently in Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 defending a small graveyard hill here. They've got advanced weapon systems such as TOS-1s, attack drones, they've also got M1A2 Abrams, they've got BTRs, they've got it all, everything they need to hold out. But there's only 20,000 of them. And they're facing 8 million of every horror monster out there. We've got Frankensteins, we've got Draculas, we've got Pennywise from It, we've got Predators, we've got aliens, we've got zombies, we've got brand new witch units from Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2's new update over here. We've also got skeleton warriors. There is everything you could possibly fear from horror movies in this battle. We'll see if humanity can survive. If you guys do enjoy this video, hit the like button. Let's try and get to 1,000 likes in the first 24 hours if possible. Subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what you're dressing up as for Halloween. Either way, let's get into this thing. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, gamers, let's go ahead and press start right now, and the brop starts firing, baby. We've got ourselves some American SWAT units up front here with AA-12 shotguns, which should be pretty devastating to the enemy, although the enemy's already getting up to them. That's going to be a little bit dangerous. We've got a variety of units from different nations. We've got these dual SMG soldiers right here. Then we've also got some Vietnamese soldiers over this way. Up top here, we should have, oh yeah, we've got some just standard police officers right there. We've got insurgents over this way. And then at the very, very peak, we've got ourselves the United Nations soldiers up here from every country, and they're protecting the TOS systems, probably the most important weapons on the battlefield, as they can just really grind out kills. Now, this is the brand new Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 map, and this is the first time I've actually used it in a video. So, you know, bear with me. It seems like this is kind of like a mini Mount Olympus, where there are only a few different areas you can actually crawl up it. So we have one entrance area over here where the Vietnamese soldiers are currently holding out with BTRs, and those witches do those little plasma explosion type deals, so that's going to be a little bit deadly. It's like slightly ranged unit, not super ranged, but it can fire from a distance. Then there's another entrance over this way where we've got Frankensteins coming on in, and this is being protected by the dual SMG troopers over this way. So that's another entrance. Then over here, we have another gateway where we've got a number of, those are Predators coming on in. Not the Chris Hansen type. And then finally, there's one more entrance over this way. And I believe that's it. Oh, it looks like maybe they can skirt around here too, perchance. One TOS system fell down the mountain, so that thing's probably going to die pretty... Oh, what the heck? I guess if you zoom far out enough, it just disappears. That's kind of weird. Oh, no, it's just gone? Oh, it's bad. I don't know what's happening with that. We're just going to ignore that for now. But yeah, there's multiple different entrance points that the... Earth Armies do have to worry about, and I would say that this top entrance is one of the most troublesome because that's where the TOS systems are, and obviously we need those staying alive up here, but we do have plenty of UN soldiers alive up there as well, so it could, you know, be okay at the end of the day. It's going to be a tough battle, to say the very, very least. I mean, 20,000 versus 8 million is pretty hard to overcome. However, we got to remember that these guys do have some of the best ranged weapons in all of Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2. The AA-12 shotgun is an absolute beast. Those TOS systems, if they're firing out properly, can do extreme amounts of damage to the enemy. I mean, like, look at this. Ready? We're gonna do a shot. Here. All right, ready? Aim out this way. Come on. There we go. Look at that. That fire goes out, and boom, that's like 1,000 kills right there. Just right off the rip, 1,000 kills. Super easy to get kills that way. It's amazing. Then, of course, we've got the BTRs rounding off fire, too, with their frag shells equipped. That's pretty good stuff. And the M1 Abrams. I'm not sure how these attack drones do. It's literally a drone with an UMP-45 just strapped to the top of it. I'd love to see how these end up doing on the battlefield. I'm not sure if they're super duper powerful or anything like that, but it will be pretty fascinating to see the end result with them. Either way, guys, I am going to be uploading some Halloween videos to my other channels too. Daily Bricks, the Lego channel, already had its back on Wednesday of last week. It's the zombie video if you want to go check it out. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever made. It's me making a Lego Nazi zombie army. Very, very nice. So go check that out on Daily Bricks. But then on Daily Productions, after this is recorded, I plan on doing some Ancient Warfare 3 Halloween spectacular things, if I can find some maps in that, which will be pretty fun. So yeah, we'll have some Halloween content going up today on multiple different channels, and I think it'll be super exciting. But you know, you got to get into the spirit of things. Tonight, me and Zelda are going, or Zelda and I are going to be going down to, there's a place in Austin, 6th Street. We're going to be going there probably, and you know, going to some of the clubs and having some fun, which will be very nice. All right, Frankenstein's over here. These guys are getting rolled. These are zombies, Frankensteins, and Draculas. They're not even able to get even close to the U.S. units over here, or the Earth units. Not everything's U.S.-centric daily. They're just getting stopped right there, which is brutal. And then over on this side, I mean, these guys are getting in pretty nicely, so that's good for the monsters. Over here, monsters aren't doing too hot. It seems like the toss is just sort of like blockading them, and the SWAT team is able to shoot them from a distance. Up top here, seems like it's just a constant stream coming in, but they're not able to do that much. And then down this way is probably where things are going the worst for humanity. There's been a lot of deaths over here. A few BTRs are down, and I think it's due to those witches coming in. Those guys are pretty deadly, so we got to be careful about them. Why don't we do our first time lapse right here in this entranceway, watching as the witches, Dracula, zombies, skeletons, the whole crew comes in the side right here and starts getting kills. Right now we're at 16,171 Earth Army soldiers, and we have 7.1 million horror monsters left alive. Let's kick off a time lapse here. Alright, some light progress made by the horror monsters here. They have managed to kind of breach this gap a little bit, but they got a long ways to go, so I'm not too worried about that situation. Over here, this seems to not be going nearly as well for the Predators over this way. They're getting gunned down pretty good by these AA-12 boys. And look, these ones are even just like focusing on the guys over here. They don't even care about their own dudes. Impressive. This thing has been pushed all the way back over this way, and I think that backup fire is really helping. Some of the Pennywise is getting involved in the battle over here. Ugh, it's so creepy. I remember I saw like half of it, like the original It, when I was a kid, and like, oh my god, I couldn't sleep for like a week. I only saw like half of the movie, but I saw the clown, and I was like, ah. Yeah. Either way, the TOS system's still spurting out that fire. Look at that. They're getting kills all the way back here. That's what we like to see. That kind of constant shelling. There's some of the Ghostface killers. That is beautiful. That is exactly what we want from those boys. So, as of right now, the small little hill is holding pretty decently. The enemies have 6.6 million soldiers left alive. The humans have 14.7k. So, not too bad. Why don't we do an overhead time lapse here? Alright, boys, well, now we have only 11,500 modern soldiers left alive and 6 million horror monsters. It seems like the problem on the right flank here is becoming more pervasive. The M1A2 Abrams are dying a little bit here, and the Uzi boys are up for the task after the most of the Vietnamese soldiers are dead. There's still a bunch up top here, which is good. They can provide some cover fire and stuff like that. But yeah, it's getting a little bit worse. Oh, also over here, it looks like there's another avenue that they're able to come up. But they're facing some BTRs up that way. And then over here, this is really not much of a problem, is it? This is perfectly fine. That's A-okay. And then down here, this is still alright for now. It's not like too worrisome. This body pile is getting pretty large. pretty darn large. The M1s are definitely helping a lot with that explosive fire. That's super helpful. When these guys over here are getting closer and closer. Oh, geez. All right, things are definitely falling apart like a little bit, but overall, still kind of a dub thus far. Like, it's not too bad. It's just not very good. It's not very good at all. Oh, man. This is the most troublesome part right here. These guys are getting in there. They're getting in there good, and I think it's those witches, man. The witches are definitely causing some serious distress here. Who is exploding up this way? Oh, it seems like actually explosions are launching the enemy units up here. That does happen quite often, actually. Rip. F's in the chat for the zombies. Not good. Not good. The attack drones. I do wonder if these things are doing like anything. I really wish we could see like how many kills particular units have gotten, but I bet coding that would be really hard. There are calling in the trees. Well, I guess that checks out. You know what? Actually, that checks out. Never mind. All right, why don't we go ahead and do some more time lapse in here as the enemies continue coming forward. Pretty hardcore here. Pretty hardcore. All right, guys, things fell apart really quickly there. They were holding, and then all of a sudden, the levee broke, and the zombies and monsters were able to just flood on in and are now killing the last remaining folks up here and the last remaining TOS systems, which are not lasting very long. So why don't we just real quick redo this, but buff the defenses, because I think they can do it. They did manage to get down to 5 million monsters remaining, but at the very end they choked it. So let's see if they can do it this time. All right, boys, we have the same number of enemies this time, but we have expanded the defenses to double all of the defending units. So now they hold a wider perimeter around the hill, and they have more soldiers on the hill itself. Hopefully this will help out against the enemy and potentially lead to a victory. It was pretty quick when the defenses fell last time around, and I feel like maybe if the top bit had stronger units at the top and more units, they'd be able to hold off and actually win this thing. But last time around, that obviously didn't happen. Hopefully this time they can with double the number of units at their disposal. Over here, this time around, these guys are actually getting swarmed pretty good because we spawned them so close to that gateway. So there will definitely be more deaths in this battle for the human armies, but hopefully the human armies will triumph just in time. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Is that Gucci? I don't know. But either way, we are getting some full-blown combat here. Already 1,000 humans dead out of their starting 38,000. But we do have 100,000 horror monsters dead, which is pretty good. It's gonna be a long road forward, you know, boys? It truly will. Look at these guys. Sharpshooting in the trees. This man's literally standing on a... Oh, he's not even standing on anything. My goodness. These guys just really be vibing out there. They're passing the vibe check. They've got W Riz. It's not bad. It's pretty Gucci. This is gonna be a tough battle. This will be rough. Look, they're actually kind of stopping them here, though. This is good. We like this a lot. This is very nice. Oh, yes. All right, boys. Let's see how it does long term, though. Alright, boys, well, it's interesting because the battle went from over here to, like, over here now. We do have 5,000 dead survivors of humanity right now. That's pretty bad, but they've got 26,000 remaining, which is good, and they've killed 1.4 million already. They're getting a lot of kills here. They're recreating that body pile from last time, and now this body pile is way farther out, which I think is actually going to end up being a very good thing for them. Over this way is still probably the weakest area currently. Let's see how up top is doing, though. Yeah, pretty much the same thing happening up top here as before, with just like a slight trickle in. It's those witches, though, that are the biggest problem. That is definitely what's killing the most. There's 6.1 million enemies remaining. why don't we just go ahead and let this roll, because I'm running out of space on my hard drive, but we might want to do more time lapses later, so let's just save some space and let this roll for a little bit, and we'll be back in like 10-15 minutes to see how the war against the horror zombie movie people are doing. Alright boys, it's been 20-25 minutes or so, and we still have 22,000 humans remaining. The Earth Army is still doing it. We got some Pennywises coming in here, some Predators coming in here, but the AA-12 troopers stand tall, baby, represent! And of course the M1A2 Abrams doing quite well as well. And look at all the way out here. These guys are still smashing it, using little graves as cover. Beautiful. Some Vietnamese soldiers right here firing away up towards this body pile as well. And then of course the top is doing quite well still. They have shrunk their lines a decent bit as the enemy has gotten closer, but overall still doing quite nicely, and there's only 4.3 million enemies remaining. So maybe this time they do have it in the bag and they can get the dubski. Or it'll just break all of a sudden. I don't really know what the break point was last time. It might have been the Abrams going down, because that's a huge defensive structure for them. So maybe once the Abrams go down, then sort of the rest cripples really, really quickly. I don't know if that's entirely true, but I wouldn't doubt it. And it seemed like these did really nothing for the battle last time, so I'm not sure if they'd do anything this time around. They're just providing some cover fire, I suppose, or something along those lines. But let's do an overhead time lapse here. Alright boys, it's been a while longer here, and it seems like we're holding up decently. They are getting up top here a lot more than previous, which does make me a little bit nervous. Oh, look at that skeleton just floating on top of this UN soldier's head. Poor bloke. It's no good. It's no good at all. But they're still holding, which is really nice. And below, still holding excellently too. I mean, look at these body piles coming together. They are quite chunky, very chunk, but the M1A2s are still holding steady. Got a lot of Pennywise coming in here. That must be terrifying. It would be highly threatening to be one of these soldiers right now. We got insurgents over here also still firing away, which is gorgeous. Yeah, we're holding out quite nicely. We got Uzi soldiers just sort of standing between the lines. The zombies going betwixt them. I think that wall actually is preventing the zombies from going after these guys, but some witches do take them out with the plasma beams, which is no bueno. So we still have 14,000 modern soldiers left alive, which is very, very good, and 3 million monsters left alive. So the way I see it, it could really go either way. We're at a very, very sort of divisive impasse here where, yes, it could go either way, and I'm very excited to see which way it does go. So why don't we just go ahead and let it ride, and I'll see you in a second. Phew! Earth's army has gone downhill a little bit more here. They're down to 7,000 troopers who are getting highly pressured up top. No bueno, another TOS system lost. That's very bad. But the Abrams down below are still holding strong, as are the insurgents and AA-12 soldiers down here too. So there's hope. There's always hope. We just need them to hold out for even longer, even though they are completely surrounded and probably having a very bad time. Yikes. This is gonna be rough for sure. Oh god, boys, 3,500 humans now remain. They are really, really getting swamped here. This is no bueno. Oh, jeez. Okay. I mean, it's really just these guys down here and then a couple TOSs who are still somehow holding out, though most of them are down. And there are still 2 million horror movie characters left alive. So this is probably going to be the end of days here. Why don't we just time-lapse it? Alright boys, it's Jover and we could not come back. There is a TOS or something over here? Oh, there's a police officer still alive over here. I thought it would be a tank, but no. Oh, he's dead. And then, I don't know. Apparently there's 2 more soldiers somewhere alive. I guess it's kind of fitting for Halloween that humanity ended up failing, but they did get 1.9 million kills at the end of the day, which is pretty exceptional. So I'm pretty happy with the results. This was a really fun battle. Look at these body piles we have on the battlefield, absolutely towering over the graves. Oh, Have a happy Halloween, everyone. I really do hope you enjoy your Halloween. I know I will be. And I'll see y'all in the next one, guys. Peace. Bye. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.